Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Physical Therapy San Pedro podcast. This is episode 50, and today we are wrapping the 2024 year. I am your host, Dr. Janae Brown, and I am joined by my whole team here, minus a couple. But to my left is
Dr. Bay.
And to my right,
Dr. Silverton.
Coach Zoe.
And behind me, who do we have back there in the peanut gallery?
We have Darren.
Tori.
Eric.
Beautiful. Okay, whole team is here. We're missing Eva. She's not well today, so tears for that, but we miss her. But she'll be in some future things, hopefully. This episode, we typically wrap the whole year. I like to have the whole team here for this because it gives an opportunity for them to be in our podcast, share any insights. Everybody kind of participates in all the things we do throughout the year, and everybody's going to come on our team in different timeframes throughout the year. So I'd love for you guys to see exactly what our team looks like and hear some of their perspectives on stuff. So I'll start by saying 2024 was a very challenging year, probably the most challenging I've had since I've been in practice. It had a lot of different things happen, from staffing and employee changes early in the year. We restructured our business model and went from a sole proprietor to a corporation. So that was a huge thing. We stopped getting paid for a while because of a huge Change Healthcare sort of breach. And so we didn't get paid for several months because of that. And then we split from the gym that we joined our space in April. So it's just been a lot of stuff. So I definitely feel like it's taught me to be resilient. I'm a strong person. So the thing that's come out of it is that I feel like it's built character. Dr. Bay has been with me along this ride. So
It's been a ride.
She knows. Yeah.
Dr. Brown is amazing. Yes, she is very, very resilient and has been our fearless leader, making lots of great choices along the way.
Yeah. I try. It's not easy, but I love doing what I do. I love this team. And then we always, no matter what happens, whether someone leaves or comes through, we always put great people on this team. And I feel like our values and sort of what we really are trying to do here is good stuff. So at the end of the day, every person that's ever been a part of our team has been an integral part of what we do here. So we are 8 years in practice. So we've done this. It's a wrap on the podcast. I think this is our 5th time now that we've done it. So we've been wrapping, and things have been growing and things have been changing. So we're going to take you through basically month by month the stuff that's happened this year. And I'm going to let my team join in and speak because I don't want to talk the whole time. I could be very long-winded, as some will say. Don't say anything, Coach, though. Yeah. So let's start with January. You guys are going to get to see what it's like to be on a sports physical therapy team. And it's impossible for me to sort of document all the things we do. We do so much great stuff, but we'll take you through a little bit of what we do. So January was a little bit slower for us. Normally in January, we do our vision boarding like the first couple of weeks, and we'll talk about sort of the vision for that year, come up with some words that we want to have guide us that year, and come up with goals and equipment we want to buy, courses we want to take, things like that. We didn't end up doing that till February. So January was a lot of staffing changes. And that's really all I remember. Do you remember anything else about January, Dr. Bay? Dr. Bay was the only one.
Month at all.
She's no help.
It's a blur.
Okay. So moving from January to February, we did do vision boarding in February, but actually the month started with me. Every year I go to the annual Physical Therapy Association conference, which is always in a different state. This year it was in Boston, Massachusetts. And I would sort of encourage anybody who's a PT to go to this conference, even as a student. So my future students and students behind me, it's a great opportunity to really meet a lot of people across the country. We have people that come that are physical therapists, physicians, coaches, trainers, all kinds of people come and present for us. And we get an opportunity to learn and meet a lot of different people across sort of the country. So it's a fun opportunity to connect, to do stuff like that. So I usually go and I try to bring back, number one, knowledge for my team, any things that are new going on in the world of physical therapy, whether there's a new surgical procedure or whether we're seeing more research lean towards one particular thing. And then I also try to bring back some equipment for them because They love equipment. We have a gym full of a lot of equipment. So it's an opportunity for me to meet with vendors and figure out, are there things that we want to get? So I did that. And then after I came back, we went into vision boarding. February was also the month that Eva joined our team. So she's not here today, but she's our front desk lead. And she was a great, valuable member of our team. And she hopped into training right away at our front desk. And I think she's done a great job. So love having her here. And what else did we do in February? I don't think you guys got a lot of equipment. I think I only brought back a Theracane, which is not the most exciting thing to bring back, but it's fun. Have you used the Theracane at all?
No, I haven't touched it.
Yeah. Do you guys know what a Theracane is? Has anybody touched the Theracane at all this year?
That's the
I saw
health
Dr.
working one.
Silverton using it
Were you?
I was playing around with it yesterday.
yesterday.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yesterday.
I
In
was at the
preparation?
conference with you actually, or we probably crossed paths.
Oh,
at
were you
some
there?
point. Well, yeah, I presented there.
I don't think I knew that.
It was to the education section. It was
Wow.
when I work at Cal State Long Beach, but I think we talked about this.
Go
And
Did
Beach.
she?
yeah, I was one of the last presentations on a Sunday or something like that. But yeah, we probably crossed paths before we actually met each other.
Yeah. Did you enjoy that conference?
It was fun. It was cold.
Yeah. Was that your first time in Boston?
No, second time.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was my first time. I have a really good colleague that I went to PT school with here at Loma Linda that lives in Boston. So I hadn't seen her we graduated 19 years ago. So I saw her for the first time in 19 years, but Boston's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were giving out a lot of those Theracines.
That's
Everyone was
right.
walking around with them in their backpack. I was wondering, how are they going to check those in? So-
Yeah. You're not supposed to tell them that I got it for free.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I think I brought back some Blaze Pod gadgets and stuff. So not huge things because I knew that I was going to do something bigger this year for the clinic, which I ended up doing, which was getting force decks. So, and we'll talk about that later. But yes, so I didn't end up doing too much, but that was February. Do you remember anything else from February, Dr. Bay?
No.
Nope. I think Dr. Bay's answer is going to be no.
Mother of
You have
two
to
young
remember,
ones.
yeah.
No.
Mom brain is
brain.
real.
Okay. Well, let's go into March. So March, I've been the last few years I've been traveling to Ohio for our strongman competition. One of our clients that I've been working with for the past few years is a strongman. So I travel with him usually and basically his injury support the whole time and do his warm-ups and just make sure he stays healthy and feels good. This year he didn't compete, but I started working with another strong woman at the end of last year. And her goal was to actually compete at this competition, Hannah Lindsay. And so she did compete. We got her to compete. We were trying to fix her knees because they're pretty jacked. But we got her there and she actually placed fourth. So that was pretty exciting. I was cheering from home from my own. I didn't go, so I was able to cheer from home from my home living room. And so I go pretty hard for my clients. So you guys see me posting stuff. I usually try to share on our page, like when our clients are competing and stuff. So she did well. And then what else happened in March? Oh, we went to
The gala.
Yeah, the gala. You want to talk about it?
Well, the gala is a great event because we are so lucky to work with San Pedro City Ballet, and their big mission is bringing dance to everyone. So the gala is basically to support their school and Boys and Girls Club program where they give dance education for free to those populations, but they need funds to get that program going. And they also support dancers that cannot afford to dance so that they can take lessons at the studio and get the shoes and the clothing that they need to participate. So we attend the gala and we generously donate and we have a lot of fun and we watch performances and hear about the cause.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
It's a good time. Last year I didn't get to go, so I was kind of excited that I got to go this year. But it's really where I spend a lot of money on cake, essentially.
Yeah.
Their big thing is like you have to bid on a cake for your table. And so you spend a bunch of money on a cake and we all share it. So, and I just spent a lot of money at that, but it's for a good cause.
Yeah, I got tickets to go to see the musical that I just went to last month. Musical Shag with a Twist that the artistic director of San Pedro City Ballet created, and it was a really fun show. I got to see a lot of dancers that I know.
Yeah, and I got a cool bag that had a bunch of fun things in there. I can't remember what, but it was stuff. Yeah, and then you like hold up your little auction Although I didn't do that this year because I could pretty much just generously donate every year to them. So we love San Pedro City Ballet. So, and we love their dancers, and Dr. Bay leads that program. So we're grateful that she does that. And it's a great beginning of the year for her to kind of have some fun before it gets crazy.
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
Also in March, I started to record our online ankle pain program. I have been trying to get online programming up since before the pandemic, and I always get started and then I pull back. And so this year I was committed to, I have got to get some programming up. And so I started that in March. And ended up doing a lot of recordings. So there's a lot of weekends in the center recording in March. That's what I remember. April, we, let's see, anything else about May or March? Do you have any? No? Okay, let's go to April.
No, but since I keep saying no, I will say that this whole time I'm doing dance, strength, and conditioning classes
Yes, you are.
every month.
You are. I think I say that somewhere, but just a note, side
Like
note.
I do something
She is teaching
besides
dance.
treating patients.
Yes, yes. She does do that. Yes. In April, we sent one of our PT aides off to Chapman, Lindsay. So she went off to school. We have a lot of aides that come through here and leave, and the goal is to get them just educated and supported and ready for PT school. So that was really fun. She came on and went to PT school pretty quickly, right? Within a year, which
Yeah,
is
we
awesome.
had a situation where we kept bringing on aides that apparently were just too smart
I know.
and kept getting into school right away.
Yes. And it continued throughout the year because we had some through the summer, same thing. We're like, what? No, you're supposed to be
already
working.
got in? Okay,
But we just
bye.
got you trained. Don't leave us. Yes, that was pretty much the year too. We had a lot of staffing changes, planned and unplanned. Well, mostly unplanned. Yeah. And then May, we had our first photo shoot. Every year we try to do 2 to 3 photo shoots, one in the beginning of the year, one at the end of the year. The beginning of the year is like it ends up that way just because we have new staff and new pictures and things that we want to post up on our website. And we promote our team in our local magazine here. So photo shoots are a fun day for me and Dr. Bay to get glammed up and bring the whole team along with us, like Dr. Silverton. And so you guys got glammed up this year.
It's
bit.
naturally pretty.
Yeah.
It's
Good looking.
Just roll out of bed and show up.
Yep.
Not cool.
Yeah. They just come.
Not cool.
It's not fair. So yeah, we did that in May, and then in June I actually released the online ankle pain program. So that was really great and a big milestone for me. We have our knee program coming out at the end of the year here. So I just finished recording that. So stay tuned. If you have ankle pain or knee pain and you need help from home and you can't work with us one-on-one here in our center or online, it's a great way to pay a very small amount and still kind of address your ankle pain or your knee pain. So there'll be more coming. These are the first 2 that we started with. We also in the summer, every summer it starts in about May, and I feel like Dr. Silverton came on right about the time we were about to, because you came out and interviewed at one of the Invictus Feminae games, or came out and got on the sideline.
Yeah, I was
In the
sidelined on
beginning.
that one. Mhm.
You worked one of them, but like the beginning, I think you came out to just check it out. We were in the middle of starting to support the Invictus Feminae soccer team, the women's WPSL soccer team. So every year we will support them in their season. They're a semi-professional soccer team here locally. They practice in Long Beach, and we go out and do injury support for them on the sideline. So I've loved doing that. Do you enjoy that?
It's pretty fun.
Yeah. Tori got to go out with us to one of those games, or a couple games, right, Tori?
I did. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun.
Did you enjoy it? Yeah. What did you like about it?
I liked how because it's like a game it's a live game. You had to really think quickly on your feet, especially when the players came to you with like a bunch of different types of injuries or just like need support with different things. So that's what I liked the most, just thinking quick on my feet.
Did you have to do any taping?
I did do some taping. Yeah.
Oh, we did some practice taping together, didn't we? I
We
remember
did.
that. We
We
were taping
did.
ankles. And then,
For-
yeah.
For
That's-
Achilles tendon too.
Yeah. Yep.
Can I say something about it?
Yeah.
This was the first year that I felt like, our education from PT, we're trying to educate everyone on proper warm-ups and things to do. And I saw both teams warming up with their like loop bands. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have not seen this before. Like everyone doing their banded hip warm ups.
That's
I
great.
loved it.
Yeah, it's good. It's always fun. I think one of the things I do in any game, like any professional game or like college game, is like I'm always watching first for warm-ups. Like, are they warming up? Are they doing what they're supposed to do? But I feel like that's gotten so much like better across
It has, yeah.
college and professional sports for sure. Yeah, so that's good that we probably influenced them in a positive way throughout these past several years. Yeah. Okay. And anything else happen? Let's see. Tori, you came on during that time I put on here too. Like, so that was the time frame because you came on in June, right?
I came on, late May, June.
Yeah. And
Mhm.
so Tori's like the ball of sunshine in our center. She just walks around and spreads joy. I always make fun of her because at our interview, she walked around and she was like, "Hi, I'm Tori. Hi, I'm Tori." So sweet. I'm like, Dr. Bay is gonna love her.
I know,
Like, I
she's
can't
like-
wait for her to meet her.
Tori's so bubbly. She's perfect for you. I was like, yes.
Thank you guys.
You're the yin to her. What is it? The yin,
Ying to her
Yeah.
yang.
yen, or what is it?
Yin to your
Yang.
yang.
Oh God, I don't know.
Yin
Yeah.
and
Yin to your yang.
Yeah, that.
Referencing
Exactly.
something you don't know what it is.
Yeah, I do. I do. Like, it's
I was
those two
almost
Y
there.
words. Oh God. Okay. So, and Tori helps Dr. Bay with the dance program, so that's why it's important for them to gel and get along well. So,
Yeah, it's been a minute since I had someone with dance experience as my dance assistant.
Yeah.
So it's very exciting.
because Tori was
Those
a
poor other
cheerleader.
dance assistants that had to just get on board.
Get on board, do it. Yeah, Tori's fun, and even at the photo shoots, she just looks so good in those photos. So, Yep.
Hyping me up. Thank you.
girl, Tori wants to be a PT. She wants to go to PT school, so she's prepping. She's applying right now.
I
So
am.
look out for her to potentially leave us next year, and us all be sad. So,
Yep.
but for now we have her, so we are just gonna, take all we can get from her for sure. All right, summer. Summer, Dr. Silverton joined us. His first. So you covered some games, right? You covered
I think
one.
I went out once.
You went out once.
Yeah, where we met Dr. Matusik.
Oh, okay. You never covered one
Oh,
by
yeah.
yourself then. You just came
No.
out for that. Okay.
Mhm.
Yes, you came out and met him.
Met you.
Yes, I met you too. Yeah.
Yeah, Tori was with me that day. Yeah,
Mhm.
I remember now. Yep. So we have to get you into some games next year for sure. But
Cool.
you can't. Yeah, that was when you started, and Dr. Silverton just comes from a place where he was running his own clinic and in management. And in his interview, he's like, "I just want to treat patients." So he's been a wonderful addition to our team, a mentor to everybody. He's the teacher in the clinic, I think, and just excellent with patients, and everybody loves you. So you've been a wonderful addition to our team. Would you like to share anything about what this is your first sports physical therapy experience? Would you like to share maybe how it's different, or maybe what you've enjoyed so far? You've been here, what now?
4
4 months.
4
Yeah.
months now. Yeah. It's been a lot more fun than previous jobs. A lot more freedom to work with patients that are higher level. A lot of people that can support that type of work, and the model that you have as far as payment, as far as the amount of time that we get to spend with our patients. I get to be as creative as I want to be. Whereas before, normally in most physical therapy clinics, I'm kind of hamstrung by just how much time I get to spend with a patient. And even though I want to do more, it's always a matter of do more with less.
Mhm.
Whereas here, we just do what we need that needs to be done for the patient that day. So that's been a great experience, just to be able to unleash all that and see how far I can take patients with it. And it's been working out really well. So it's a good fit for me and my style of treatment.
Yeah. I feel like it doesn't matter like where where you work. I feel like we'd want like as much time as we can have with our patients. If we could have like 2 hours with them, we'd want that time. Like it's hard to, as PTs, to consolidate the time you have with them, and even having aides, like they're your support team, but ideally we'd love to have more time. It's always about payment, the payment model, and being able to run a place and actually make it run well, and using our expertise versus like our support staff's expertise. So it's always a sweet science, and it's not always perfect, but I feel like we're trying to do a better job here and giving better care than a lot of places can. And a lot of places are tied up in the way they do things. So we've just tried to create a structure where we can do what we love and spend time with our patients. So yeah.
Quite fortunate.
Yeah, it's a good thing, and you've been a great addition. So thanks
you.
for sharing. Shortly after, Coach Alonzo Zoe Davis joined our team. This was a huge change for our team because I had been sort of, I think where I kind of got the idea was, or trying to change my mindset on bringing on different types of staff members to support our PT team was at the APTA conference. And what from that conference, some of the seminars I took, it just made me go, I would love for us to have like a way to deliver even better care to our clientele beyond physical therapy. All of us are strength coaches and have sports physical therapy knowledge and have done a ton of training in terms of return to sport, but it's very different when it comes to performance. And so a lot of times when you have your injured athlete who is an ACL, let's just say tear, you can rehab them and get them back. But then when it comes back to actually getting back on the soccer field or back to playing basketball, like one of those things, performance is a whole nother side, and making sure that they don't re-injure or that they're ready and capable. So I was trying to figure out how to bring on an S&C coach to help us with that model. So I posted a position and I interviewed a few people, and then I got to Zoe, and we had a really good interview. It was a very long interview.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like an hour and a half.
Yep. I'm going to take this off and put it back on. And yeah, I knew right away when I interviewed you that you were going to be a great fit for us. I think just values and mindset and just a lot of your characteristics, I felt like would be a great addition to our team. And I was like, he's highly intelligent, knows what he's doing. I couldn't wait to get you to pair up with us on the floor and figure out what you really know, because in an interview, you can only get so much, right?
Yeah.
But I had just a really good feeling about it. So, and Zoe's come along and been a wonderful addition, and we are learning a lot from him as a team. And then I feel like he's learning some of our style, which is different. So yeah, we want to share a little bit about your experience here, different from maybe like you've worked in. So Zoe, you're a strength and conditioning coach. You maybe share a little bit about yourself, what makes you different, and maybe your background a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, I've also had coaching experience from obviously internships, and I worked at other private sector places as well, and also in PT as a PT aide.
Yeah.
So I kind of picked up on a lot of different styles from different people, and I take things that I like and other things that I don't, and I just kind of create my philosophy based off of, it's kind of like it depends approach, right? Like there's one way to do something and there's another way to do another. So I kind of like just took different perspectives from other sport PTs I was around, from my time at USC, and then even working like other private sector coaching jobs. I took bits and pieces of things that I liked, and then now here I am applying it all together, continuing to like look at the literature, the research, what's practiced out there, what's the best way to improve performance, reduce injury risk, like training styles, and how we can get the best bang for our buck in regards to exercise selection. So all those kind of things I've been just collecting over the years, and now I'm finally starting to apply it. And it's really exciting as a coach, whether you're young or old, to have a very novice athlete, and then you continue to train them and keep doing the same things, and then you see them get better from it, and they start to move better, they're starting to run faster, they're getting stronger. So it always feels really good as a coach when you see that happen.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And you made me spend a lot of money. I got force plates, force decks. Right when you came in, it was like lists of, these are all the things I need, and we need force plates. And I'm like, but that was my big like plan for purchase this year. And so he just pushed me, which was great. And it helped me figure out what the best ones to go with were and everything.
Yeah.
So we have valved force decks in here now, and we're all playing with them and using them. And he's been kind of guiding our learning process through it.
Yeah.
Because we're all ignorant, and he's got good understanding of how the force plates work. So yeah.
The master.
He's the
Force
master.
plate master.
Soon to be master.
Yeah.
So that once you graduate.
I know, soon to be. That'll be the official title. Just master.
Master
Master
of force decks.
No longer coach Zoe.
Just master Zoe. Coach
Master-
Zoe or master Zoe.
Master Zoe. Sounds
Let's
good.
think on that one.
So Coach Zoe leads our S&C program, and I've always been really passionate about sort of the student athlete, the youth athlete. And and we developed sort of our strength and conditioning classes and sort of programming because we were seeing that there were athletes in our community that were getting injured, and then their first exposure to strength and conditioning was through injury. And I just felt like that's just horrible. Like there should be a space where these athletes can train and feel good, and then a missed injury beyond their injury. So we created the SNC class, which has its peaks and valleys, shall we say, over time, mostly because I don't have the time and the energy to be able to run it and lead it. So I brought Coach Zoe in to sort of lead it, make it his baby, and grow it. And he's been doing a phenomenal job with that. We're already started growing it. We had a conversation recently, like, wow, it's kind of happening faster than he thought it would. So
Yeah.
it's been good. Yeah. And then he's been helping us with our clients that go from, like we said, from injury back to return to sport. So helping us so that we can kind of work with the clients that we've, take on more clients and kind of give him the clients that can work with him. So it's been good. Yeah. Any thoughts on our S&C program, you guys?
Gonna
I'd
need
love
more
to see it
space.
grow.
You'd love to see it grow.
Yeah.
Love to see.
You're gonna need more space. How many people did you have here last night?
Oh, on Monday, I think it was like 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's and we expect that number to go up. Like we want 15 and 20. So eventually we want a full class. But yeah,
Yeah.
we're going to for surely need some space, especially as we start to grow and connect more with the community. And we get, a couple more parents and kids to buy in. They tell their friends and everyone wants to be part of it. And this place is going to be jumping. So
Yeah, for sure. And potentially maybe split up the classes by age and gender. I don't know. I like that they work together though. So
Yeah.
we'll have to have
I agree.
whether we want that or not. Maybe age. Yeah, so that's our SNC program. At the end of August, Eric joined our team. Eric's there in the back. Eric is a student at the University of St. Augustine getting his PT degree. You're in your second year, right? Third year, graduating in May.
Third year, graduating in 2026 in August.
Third year. Okay. So then that
It's
okay.
4 years.
Oh,
It's a 4-year program.
oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
they just changed it to 3 years though.
Okay, yeah. I did a 3-year program. You did a 3-year program? 3.5?
Because he's hybrid,
I'm hybrid.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Mine was 3.5.
which is why we can see him.
That's true.
Yeah.
Which is
That's
why
I'm here.
he's actually physically present.
That's really why I'm here physically.
You're like,
I've
how
worked
is
with someone else in the same program. So
yeah. I feel like it's awesome that he can do that. I don't know that I would have been able to do that. I don't know. With the DPT program is intense. And so, yeah, kudos to Eric, who is working not just here, but another job, PT clinic local in the mornings and helps us out in the afternoons. And then also going to school. So pretty amazing. Yeah.
It's not easy.
So tell us a little bit about
And he keeps up with his soccer.
I know.
Yeah. Monday, Tuesdays, and Fridays.
How is this clinic different from ones you've worked in before, or even the other one you're working in? What do you enjoy about sport, like this particular style of clinic?
So I worked at 3 different clinics. This is my 3rd one. Just comparing to the other one I'm working at, just the type of volume. So this one's less volume, but you have more time with the patients. There's pros and cons to everything, right? With this one's like I can say just more time with patients. You can see the benefit to it. The patients, they appreciate just more time. We're able to spend more time just kind of cueing them on certain stuff, and you'll see the growth. You see growth faster in this kind of aspect or model, you can say, compared to my other clinic. It's more, we spend a lot more time with them, but it's kind of, we have to hurry a little bit of stuff, so it takes a little longer process in the recovery.
Yeah.
So
What about athletes? Do you feel like you've gotten the opportunity to work with more athletes here?
yeah,
Yeah, you-
definitely. I haven't worked a lot with Zoe, but definitely with Dr. Silverton. He's kind of giving me a little bit more leeway with just kind of working with these patients, which I'm thankful for. He kind of helps me a lot with that. It gets you thinking, definitely, like, what else can I improve with this athlete? Even though they have pain here, you can start seeing some compensations in different aspects as well that can lead to that pain. So it kind of helps me a lot with that.
Awesome. Well, we're glad to have you. And yeah, we hope that you enjoy being on our team as well. So so let's go into the fall. Any other thoughts on anything before I move? I'm moving into September. Nope. All right, here we go. September. So in September, Zoe came on board and we kind of went full force in planning and what the plan was to develop our programming. So one of the things we started doing was working with the Mary Star High School volleyball team. And we went out and started doing S&C for them weekly. We tested them first. And we tested them with a partner of ours, Nick, who runs Test and Train. He also collaborates as the gym manager for Port Town Fitness. They are subleasing space from us here, and they teach kickboxing and circuit training classes. So Nick is kind of already in our sort of ecosystem, and so he helped us do some testing and training. And then we went out weekly after that and tried to train them. We had some bumps in the road.
Yeah, for surely.
But I feel like overall I really enjoyed, I loved, the girls were amazing. I feel like the girls are very dedicated and hardworking, and it was fun to get them when we had them all in a big group. It was fun to have them together. You have any thoughts about it?
I just like the fact that we were exposing a team, especially like in women's sports, on how to strength train and why it's important. So having those sessions with them, and we actually got a couple of them to join our S&C class because they enjoyed it so much. And it's just like making those kind of connections and introducing it to certain populations is actually like the biggest benefit that we can do, because obviously we do everything we can within these walls, but it's what we do outside of here how we really change lives. So it was really cool to see them actually lift weights, do all these different exercises like broad jumps, and learning how to squat, learning how to deadlift and everything else. So now they know, like, in the future they can practice these things and then in the long run get better.
Yeah, for sure. It's all about exposure. I feel like that's the hard part, is like there's been you have to have exposure to people in the community who maybe have never they have a negative connotation of strength training or weightlifting, or
Yeah, for sure.
yeah. So, and changing that for them and then showing them how it changes their play,
Yeah.
that's really cool. Yeah. Okay. So we started doing that, and we did that it was supposed to be 8 weeks, 8 to 10 weeks, but we probably did it for 6 to 8 weeks, like there around there. Yeah. Shortly after that, I went to the California Physical Therapy Association conference, which is here in California. It was in San Francisco this year. Actually, there is where I met our regional director for VALD, and then I ended up purchasing force plates then. So we've been playing with them since really October, because in October he came and trained our team, which was fun to have him in the center and just really take us through it. But we probably could have made that a whole day of training. I felt like that was I want more. This is not enough. Thank God we have Zoe here with us, because can you imagine? That's
We
all
would
we
be
got.
lost if that was it.
Because he was like, "You're going to need to email me." And I'm like, "We'll be emailing you." And then I'm like, "Well, we have Zoe here, so we're good, I think." But yeah, I can't imagine that being the only training.
Yeah, it's most definitely more in depth than just like a quick hour.
Yeah, it was 2, but that felt like 30 minutes, or I don't know. It felt very short. But yeah, so that takes us into Physical Therapy month, which is October. October is a month where normally, sometimes I'll do a post or do something up for Physical Therapy month, but nothing crazy. But this month, I really wanted to take some time and appreciate our patients and really educate the community about physical therapy. And that's kind of what the month is about. A lot of people don't even know what a physical therapist is. So I just feel like if we could have the opportunity to share fun things that we do here, what our profession's about, kind of the clients we work with. So we took that month to kind of just share fun posts and do some fun reels, share stuff about our team. And then we took the whole last week of October and did Patient Appreciation Week. So it's going to get better next year. That was like a little bit of it was a lot. It was a lot. What do you guys want to share anything about October Physical Therapy Month? Any things that we did, things that you liked, things that you would not want to do again next year?
I like the themes. Like, we had like a different theme every week. It's just a lot to keep up with and do patient care.
Yeah.
And then having to take pictures and then remind them of the raffle. And then don't forget this. You're like, all right.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah.
They really felt the love, though.
Yeah,
They
for sure.
felt they had good feedback.
Yeah. A lot of people, I even had patients come up to me and just be like, I'm so grateful you did this. This was so sweet. Somebody, I think that we wrote a thank you card in their bag or something. And they're like, that was just really, really sweet of you guys to do that. I really appreciate it. So I agree. I think they felt the love. I think that it was a lot. Maybe we'll pull some things off that list of all the things we did. It was the rat race. I was exhausted. So I know if you guys felt it. Yeah, it was a lot. We recorded a mobility challenge in October, which usually every October I do a challenge. Last year we did like a stand-up challenge or something like that. And this challenge is still going viral. Oh my gosh, on YouTube. It is at like 550,000 right now.
Why?
wow.
I don't understand.
I don't know. It might have been the way we designed it because yeah, I think most of the people just feel like
The green shirt guy.
basically Dr. Silverton made us all look like
Kids.
I don't know. He looked at us like, what was so hard about this?
Yeah, literally.
Basically. And then Zoe and Eric are in the back and struggling. I think most people saw Eric because he was in green. So Zoe got a pass because he was in black and they didn't even know he was there, really. Tori and Dr. Bay did pretty good. I think people like it because it said on the screen, like mobility challenge, can you do this? So a lot of people were responding with like trying it and going like, no, I can't, or I belong in the back row, or I could do this easily. What's so hard about this? Everybody wanted to just share. Yeah, and it has like over 300 comments right now. It's still going viral and it's crazy. And I pretty much get, I don't know, 30 emails a day right now with responses from comments. It's a lot. Yeah. So yeah, that was fun. Darren didn't get to help do that with us. And Darren joined our team. He's the newest newbie that came along. Let's see. Did you come along at the end of October?
I started October 1st.
Okay, beginning of October.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So how have you, and Darren's background is in martial arts. He's been a martial arts instructor for a long time, and then a little bit of personal training. Also, he's an actor, so if you see him on TV or in a commercial or somewhere,
I know, we just learned that.
Yeah.
too.
yes,
Thrown
then
under the
you
bus.
will. Yeah. Sorry.
Our own short round.
Yeah. Yeah. If we ever feel like he's acting really well, it's because he's an actor. So
I'm faking it.
he's faking it. You got to be careful with him. Like, is this
Methods.
the
Yeah,
real?
Pretend I'm happy
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
You'll
How-
never know.
Darren, tell us a little about like being on this team and how it's different from anything you've ever done and what you like about it.
I think it's just very community driven. I've never been, obviously in martial arts, you're a part of a community, but it's a little bit different because you're all fighting each other. Here, there's no fighting.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah, but it's, you're not throwing someone through a window.
Yeah.
But it's
physical.
no physical. Yeah. Mental different. But it's been a lot of fun for me. Just, taking in everyone's strengths, dancer, parkour, weightlifting, Zoe's energy. Everyone's, got different quirks and everything. And it's like, yeah. So,
One's loud, one's chill, one's calm.
but it's cool. It's
He's
cool.
really holding back, I feel.
Yeah. He's not really telling the truth. That's okay. We'll save that for later.
Yeah. No, but it's been a lot of fun for me. It's been different, but it's definitely been a journey.
That's good. We're glad to have you on the team, and I feel like right away, the PTs were like, he's taking instruction. He's doing well with patients and good with cueing and just picking up things really quickly. So, yeah. So we're glad to have you, and I'm glad that this is. You feel like there's a community here because that's the feel we want to have. Is like we're like family and the PTSP family enough, but not so much that we're in each other's business and. Don't want to come to work kind of thing, not close enough, but not too close.
Yeah.
That's where you want to be at. Yeah. So winter, here we are we're in November going to December. So, we hosted our first community appreciation night. Actually, everybody here was at that, right? Everybody did community appreciation night.
Yeah, first Thursday.
First Thursday. Yep. So this was the first month. We try to do it to align with, Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving being about thankful, grateful, and just kind of thanking our community for allowing us to be here, supporting us. So we did free screening, which we had a few. We gave out some snacks and treats. We did tours. We did some fun things that night. I feel like that was our first event. So hopefully in the next few years, if we keep doing it, we'll get a little more lively crowd. But every Thursday in San Pedro, there's First Thursdays, which is a night where the community goes out and there's food trucks and there's like local sports teams that are out, like, trying to get donations and selling things. And there's people that have businesses in the community that are out kind of showcasing their businesses and stuff like that. So this was fun for us and a first time. So hopefully we do it again. Did you guys enjoy doing that? Yeah. So enjoy eating. What did you bring back?
Oh man,
10 things.
it
He
was
tried every truck.
a pizza. Then I came back with a funnel cake. Then I went back. I'm missing something else.
Burrito.
Oh, that's right, a burrito. Yeah,
Did you get tater tots or something?
I had tater tots with it. I did, and then I had some of those
No,
sliders.
he ate my tater tots.
I did.
That
So
was
I had
mine.
I had about 3 different items that
The
night,
sliders were mine too.
and I ate everything. So
Zoe walked out the front door and is like, I smell funnel cake.
first thing I know, I was like, I can smell it a mile away.
It's
Oh
literally
my
like
God.
a block away.
Oh, yeah.
How'd you smell?
Just a nose.
I
Just
was
know what you're
doubting
looking
you,
for.
and then I saw. I was like, I'm not gonna doubt his nose on that anymore.
And I had a cheesecake too. So we
Oh,
went
that's right,
to
the
the pizza
cheesecake, yeah.
place, and I ordered my pizza, and I waited, and I turned. There's a cheesecake like refrigerator right there, and I go, "Can I get one of these right now?" They're like, "Yeah." I was like, "All right, I'm gonna get one right now."
Oh my God, I'm sick just
So I had
listening
everything,
to all the
yeah.
things you ate. Actually, that night I was like, how is he eating all that food? I had like 2 sliders and I was full. I was like, what? To be young and have good metabolism. Yes. Anybody else have any thoughts about Community Appreciation Night?
It was nice. We
Yeah.
got to have dinner with my wife and kid. They came out. We listened to some live jazz over at the community garden. So
Yeah.
it was cool.
Yeah. And your wife and son got to see, was that the first time they'd been here? And
No, they've
toured-
been here
they-
before.
Okay.
Just once.
Okay, once before. Yes. It was fun seeing a lot of people in the community that we normally don't get to see. That come through usually on Thursdays. Got to come through and tour our center and stuff. So it was fun. Anybody else back there? Thoughts? You guys did really good out front, getting emails and giving tours. I think there was a competition up there. Was Eric competing with anybody? Oh, you're competing with Emma.
Yeah, to see who can get more, which I got more. So
Did you come?
Yeah.
She's not here to speak on her behalf, but okay, we'll trust you.
And it was fun, like seeing people in the community wanting to check out the place too, and just being curious about what we do.
Yeah, it was fun.
For
Again.
those who don't know, we don't have any windows. So it's like you have to like usher people down into our basement. Dr. Brown created all these like, we'll trick them with a goodie bag. See if they'll come down.
We'll lure
right?
them
Like,
down.
yeah,
into the,
that's what it felt
underground.
like.
Later.
But then everyone's always
we have candy.
very
Yeah.
happy they came because our center is pretty impressive if you haven't seen it. But
Yeah, it was like, how do we get them actually to come in? What do we need to do to get them in the doors? But
we're
Yeah.
just some giant door with a sign and like nobody knows what's down there.
Totally. I feel like a lot of Pedros like that, where you're like, this has been here forever. People always walk in our center and like, how long have you been here? This has been here for, and we're like, yeah, 3 years. But that's a lot of Pedro. Yeah. So we're a pretty cool space. If you want to come check us out in San Pedro, come see us. The last thing that happened this month is that I published my first article in our local magazine called San Pedro Today. And it was actually an article that I had written a while ago when I very, very first opened. It was like my first article I ever wrote about why athletes need to strength train. And so I did it kind of for San Pedro Today and kind of revised it to my current sort of model of thinking, which is very similar, but just revised it and then published it in San Pedro Today. And then we actually did our podcast last month about that and discussed it. That was a fun one to discuss as a team, having Coach Joe on the team now too. So, and I hope to be publishing more. So hopefully stay tuned for more articles from Dr. Brown. So maybe Dr. Bale will write an article. Maybe Dr. Silverton will write an article.
Dr. Brown will have to edit it because I'm not a writer. And then it'll be a collab.
Yep, exactly. We're going to end this year with the 12 Days of Christmas. And
Yes,
so
we
that's
are.
led by Dr. Bay. She basically whips us all into shape and makes us do exercises. And then we have to do them for 12 days all together. So we're working on that now. So we're excited for that. Nobody here knows what they're in for except for me. So
Just a little bit of holiday cheer, keeping up movement in a season where people tend to stop moving.
Yep. It's
That's
fun.
true.
It's
And
very-
a little bit of learning. It's like, have you tried all these before? Maybe not. Maybe if you do them 12 days in a row, you'll feel like, hey, I want to add that to my routine because that felt really good when I did it regularly.
Yep.
Usually there's one exercise every year where I was like, ooh, that's the key. Got to do that
Need
all the
that one.
time.
Yeah. So stay tuned for 12 Days of Christmas. It's coming. And you can do it with us every single day. It's fun. So you have any other words about 12 Days of Christmas? Mm-mm.
No,
No? Okay.
just share with us if you do it, so we can see you.
Let us know. Ultimately, this brings us to the end of the year, which is right now. So we just want to thank you all for supporting what we do. We want to thank you for tuning in, for following, for liking, for subscribing. We want to thank all of our patients for just being consistent and working hard. Our clients who are showing up for classes. We do all of what we do for you guys, and we hope that you guys have learned something this year. That you've been able to take away something from us, and that you've enjoyed sort of going on the journey with us as well. So we're going to say stay tuned for 2025 because the year's not done with us, and we have some exciting things happening. So stay tuned. Does anybody else have anything else to share? No?
Yeah, that's it.
No?
Just happy holidays.
Yes. Happy
Yeah.
holidays. Merry Christmas.
Thankful
Happy
for this
Kwanzaa.
team.
Yes, we're thankful for the
Happy
team.
Hanukkah.
Exactly. And if this is your first time tuning in to this podcast, we'd like you to go back and look at the 49 other ones that we have. 49.
All of them.
All of them. Every single one is something different that you can learn from. So you can look at those on YouTube. You can watch us just if you're tuning in and watching. You can listen on any place that you listen, Spotify, Amazon, Apple. You can check out and read our blogs on the website. And if you need physical therapy, sports physical therapy, or you need strength conditioning, you can come and get that in our center here. So we do that one-on-one, or we do that virtually. So check us out online at physicaltherapysanpedro.com, or DM us, send us a message. You can look us up pretty much everywhere. You Google and see all the great things we do. So until next year, you guys, we'll see you in 2025. Bye.